A main roster WWE call-up was scrapped. 2 AEW wrestlers are taking time off, and a free agent has confirmed their AEW signing. Stay tuned for the news. So this weekend, we've already spoken a lot about the wrestling of the previous week, but NXT No Mercy saw the NXT title change hands. Carmelo Hayes dropping the title to one Ilya Dragunov. However, that might not have been the case, Adam, if something else was to happen.
According to Better Wrestling Experience, who tweeted, Dragunov was slated for a call-up earlier in the year. A lot changed. Doubt we'll see it anytime soon. Same here.
Yeah, same here as well.
I think he's going to have an amazing run as NXT champion.
Yes.
Really, really great match. And I wonder what the deal was there, because he's come out in interviews and said, hey, I didn't want to be a part of Imperium.
Yeah.
But if they had a call-up in mind for him, I think that's where he would have ended up. He'd have either been in and amongst that faction or rinse and repeat of the Gunther feud previously and been challenging for the IC title. I'm glad that didn't happen.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Because we've now got Gunther's reign.
Yes.
Is now the record-setting longest IC title reign ever. I'm well up for Dragunov eventually ending that reign, but I'm glad that we got that title reign going on for so long, and so that record has been broken. No offense to you, honky tonk man.
But I feel like that's where we go, right? We now have Ilya Dragunov just have an incredible run as NXT champion. We obviously see Gunther's title reign racking up the numbers as well in terms of days and everything, and we get to the point where who's going to defeat Gunther at this point? We get a point where Ilya drops the NXT title in a tremendous matchup, makes his way up, and that's the next step for him, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
In terms of everything. I'm very happy that they didn't jump the gun on it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're still having tremendous matches with Gunther and different competitors every week as well.
I wish they'd put him on pay-per-view sometimes.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, but it's great because there's a highlight of Raw. Whenever Gunther is defending that IC title, we've seen some amazing singles matches with Gunther versus various opponents, obviously, Ciampa most recently.
Yeah.
I wish they would do that on pay-per-view sometimes, but he's a highlight every week. And nobody is getting bored of Gunther's IC title reign, which, given its length, is amazing. Like, obviously, Roman Reigns gets a lot of criticism because he's essentially part-time now. He comes in here and there, so people, some people, tire of that super lengthy reign. Gunther, where he's on TV so often, just having banger after banger after banger, I think everybody's still enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to go on even longer than we once thought. I never expected Honky's reign to get beaten, but now I see that going on for why are you laughing?
Because it's true, it's mad.
So I expect that to go on for it could go on for another year. Depends how long I think Dragunov holds the NXT title.
I think he holds it for a long time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know?
That's the thing, but I expect Dragunov to be the one to finally beat Gunther.
Me too.
I hope so anyway.
I'm really enjoying as well. I think you're right in terms of I'd love to see more of the IC title matches on pay-per-view, but I love the fact that they make them the main event of Raw.
Yeah,
and they make them
right.
feel they make that belt feel like a big deal, and even Gunther's this is the most prized championship in wrestling now.
He's made it feel like such a big deal.
He really
the
genuinely
IC
has.
TV title, it's fine.
And
it's fine.
I can't wait until Ilya finally, swoops in and deservedly takes that title as well. I say that, but there's so many. Chad Gable deservedly.
Yeah, Gable does as well.
Ciampa after this week as well.
Ciampa was
deserves it
amazing
too. And that's the good thing, though, is that perhaps when Gunther's reign ends, we've got all these options for all these other tremendous intercontinental champions down the line as well.
It's elevating everyone.
Yeah.
It's anybody who goes up against Gunther just has a great match off the back of it. It doesn't actually matter if they win or lose. You think about Chad Gable specifically, has been elevated so much because of this. In singles action, he's been allowed to shine, which they've had great matches. He's had great stuff with Otis, obviously. But man, I want that Chad Gable singles run at this point.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we will.
Anyway, we're moving on over to the other side of things now, where 2 AEW wrestlers are taking some time off, taking some time away from TV. Now, this comes from Fightful Select, and they say that Julia Hart is scheduled to take some time off for her honeymoon following AEW Wrestle Dream. Hart recently announced publicly that she was marrying fellow AEW wrestler Lee Johnson. Oh, that's nice.
It is nice. Hart's been great, hasn't she?
She's
somebody that's shown so much improvement that you can chuck her in the women's title picture at any point now, and she feels like a viable title contender. She's her character work's been great, but in ring specifically, I think she's improved a great deal. Lee Johnson's really great as well. He's a really good wrestler. So congratulations to both of them. Isn't that nice?
That is nice. I can't wait to see you do more stuff. I think recently, sort of with Buddy Murphy. I can't remember what his last name. Matthews.
Murphy was WWE.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Buddy Matthews in AEW, and obviously Malachi Black as well. With them sort of being out of the spotlight of the House of Black and having Julia Hart kind of like have her time to shine.
Yeah.
I think it's been great, and I think she's really, really improved a lot in the ring as well. And I think her match with Chris Statlander was really good too.
Yeah, it was really good.
And I can't wait to see what she does next. But yeah, all the best to those lovely people right there. Sticking with AEW and the AEW verse, so to speak, a free agent has confirmed that she is signed with AEW. In 2022, we saw top independent star Billy Starks started to work with AEW on AEW Dark, and then eventually made her debut on main roster programming. This year has seen Starks used more and more, and she's become a prominent act alongside Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena on Ring of Honor, and it's been a tremendous pairing. I've loved to see this.
They've been really good together, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been super, super good together. And speaking on Wrestling Observer Live, Starks was asked about her contract status with the company and if she was full-time, and she answered, Adam...
I am a signed talent at AEW. She's signed. It's good, isn't it? There's not much more to say. She's really good. She's got a bright future ahead of her. I really enjoy watching her. I don't get to see enough Ring of Honor, unfortunately. But I do tune in and I watch the highlights, and she always impresses. And I think it's a really sensible signing. I think she'll, over the years to come, she'll just grow and work her way up the card. She's very good. So congratulations to her. It's really good to hear that she's not a free agent anymore, and that she's going to be doing stuff contractually with AEW.
Honestly, I feel like that's one of the best things about wrestling at the moment, is there's so many incredible young talents that are already at such a level in terms of like overness with the crowd.
She should beat Gunther. You're right.
Yeah, she should be. But I think there's only good things to come for a lot of wrestlers in the future, and Billy Starks is someone who I think absolutely deserves it as well.
I've said this before, and it's like the most wanky pandering thing you can possibly say, but it's such a good time to be a wrestling fan. There's so much going on right now. I'm saying this off the back of some Billy Starks contract, so I really like her and everything, but everything that I'm watching right now I'm enjoying. Spoiled for choice completely. It's really, really fun. We're living in a great era of wrestling. In 10 years time, when things are crap again, we'll look back and I wish it was 2023 again.
It's so good. Right, anyway, we're moving on over. Speaking of signings and other signings and signings and other signings, we're going to a signing on the WWE side of things, and we are talking about Jade Cargill. However, right, Bobby Lashley has been speaking about Jade Cargill and his little WWE faction he's got going on there. So obviously Lashley's building something within WWE. We see him teaming with the Street Profits. I'm excited to see where this goes.
I hope this isn't another Hurt Business, because they really dropped the ball with that.
Yeah.
Loved the Hurt Business.
We had the tease as well, that we saw them coming back together. Obviously, Shelton's not there anymore, bless him.
He's got his new people. He's got a new faction. They don't have a name yet, but hopefully they'll get a name soon. They're going to be featured on the pay-per-view, obviously, on Saturday night. He's been chatting away about how he'd be open to having Jade Cargill in that group, saying it's a big signing for WWE because she made a huge splash in wrestling years back with AEW. Years back, Bobby. Her coming over just shows the levels. She wanted to get there. That was the next level for her, which is a great deal. Her coming over, there are only a few places I would put her. I know there's a group putting themselves together right now, and if that group had a female component to it, I think that group would be even stronger. I might have to give her a call and see what her plans are, but I think she does fit really well with our group. If that was an opportunity, wherever she goes, I know she's going to be a big star. Speaking on 100.7 The Bay, 100.7 The Bay, 107 Power FM. He's trying to work something into existence here, which probably hasn't been discussed with management or creative, but God bless him for doing that. And actually, I think it should be a really good fit.
I think it'd be a perfect fit. I think there's also something in this, putting the old fantasy booking hat on here. I wonder if there's something to, Jade Cargill gets an invite into this group, but Bianca Belair sees this and she's like, why haven't I had an invite into this, like, new faction kind of thing? Well, I know, but then there's something there there between them, isn't there? There's a bit of
I'd be happy
tension
with either.
there.
I'd be happy with
me
either.
too.
I think Jade could, learn an awful lot. We've seen Judgment Day. All of the members there growing massively. Obviously, you've got Finn. He's been doing it forever. Damian Priest has been doing it forever. They're not doing it forever in WWE, but he's a vet. Dominic, he's a vet. He's a part-time, like Britt Baker, but with animals. And we've seen, especially Dominic and Rhea Ripley grow because of the Judgment Day. And I think Bobby Lashley with his, he's been doing it forever as well.
Yeah.
He could teach them an awful lot. And Jade specifically, I think would have a lot to learn from old Lashes.
I agree. Well, sticking with sign-ins and feel-good moments and everything, Edge obviously joining AEW at AEW Wrestle Dream.
Has he?
He certainly was. Sorry, spoiler alert. Speaking to Sports Illustrated, though, following his AEW debut, Copeland said, he was talking about WWE's reaction and stuff to him joining AEW. He said, "I'm so thankful for every aspect of my career, and I'll be forever thankful for WWE. It was the only place I wanted to work. We reached a place where we'd done all we could do together. And I guarantee you this, they're not mad. I'm not mad. I've received so many texts from the office, from the travel department, from the talent relations department, from the music department, from the performers, from the big suits, and none of them are mad. They're happy for me, and I'm happy. They're going to continue to crush it too, and I have more of an opportunity to help the entire wrestling business in AEW." And I think that's a perfect, wonderful statement to make right there from the man himself.
He's a class act, isn't he?
He is. He
he's
really
a class act, and he's shot down all the tribalism stuff with his initial statement, and then he's come out and said that, backing up previous reports that everybody in WWE are just happy for him. He's going to be brilliant, and it's really good to hear. And I hope in some small way that does cut down on the tribalism. It won't, of course it won't, but he's playing it right, and he's just a class act. What a lovely guy.
What a lovely guy. And I think as well, him talking there about just an opportunity to help out the entire wrestling business. And right now where it's rife, and well, I say it's rife, but we've had people going over from different sides of the fence to the other place as well. I think someone like Edge and all these, as you were talking about before, all the vets in the business sort of giving their knowledge to these new stars and them sort of like going from one place to another is nothing but a good thing for the business in general anyway, is it?
It's great.
It's
Lots of people
perfect.
learning, new matches to be had. It's great.
That's it.
Bloody love wrestling, me.
Bloody love wrestling. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. You can check the channel later on. We will have our predictions for this weekend's Fastlane Premium Live event. You'll have the podcast and stuff going out over the week. WTF, what happened at?
Pictures
we've got
live
our
now.
Pictures, our pictures are out live now, so you can go and check that out too. But yeah, wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day. If you're driving...
No, vroom vroom, fast lane.
Vroom, vroom.
Honk, honk.
That's where we're going. Tugs is second us there on his tugboat. We're going now. Thank you very much for sticking with the news, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.